Good morning everyone. Welcome back to grade 5 mathematics class. How are you all doing today? You have already learned about symmetry in your previous classes. What do you mean by symmetry? When you have a shape or an object which you can fold or divide into identical halves or equal halves along a line, we say that object or shape is symmetrical or it has symmetry. This type of symmetry is also called line symmetry, reflection symmetry or mirror symmetry. And when you fold it or divide it into equal halves, both the halves, it will be mirror images of each other. Both the images will look exactly like the other half, and also both the images will be equal in shape and size. Now, you see these two pictures given here. First one, a butterfly. You see a line passing through the middle. And there is one line in this picture which divides this picture into two equal halves or identical halves which are same in shape and size. In the second picture, you can see a square. You can see four lines passing through the square. And any of these four lines will divide the square into identical halves or equal halves which are in same shape and size. These lines are called the lines of symmetry. And the line of symmetry is also called the axis of symmetry or the mirror line. So, for the same object or shape, you can have many lines of symmetry. Some objects or shapes can have only one line of symmetry, whereas some objects and shapes can have more than one line of symmetry. Now, you can see symmetry all around nature, both in plants and animals and in the environment around us. Here you can see a few examples of symmetry from nature. The butterfly, the starfish, the flower, the tiger are all examples of symmetric shapes or figures. Now, the human body is also considered as a symmetrical figure. It can have a symmetrical left and right halves. Not just the human body, but man-made things as well can have symmetry. We'll talk more about it after doing an activity. All of you please take your maths textbook and turn to page number 120. You see the exercise 7.2. See the first question. Draw the lines of symmetry for the following figures. You please do this as an activity now. Please pause the video, finish the exercise and come back. Now let's see how we can draw lines of symmetry for these figures so that each of these figures will be divided into identical halves or mirror images. Let's see the first image. You see, how can we draw a line of symmetry? If we draw a line of symmetry like this figure will be divided into identical halves or mirror images, one at the top and the other half at the bottom. Now the second one, what if we draw a line of symmetry like this? It will be divided into identical halves or mirror images. Now the third question. For question C, you can have more than one line of symmetry. See, if you divide it like this, it will be divided into equal halves. You can also have a line of symmetry like this, a horizontal line of symmetry, whereas this is a vertical line of symmetry. Now, see, what if we draw a line of symmetry like this? This will also divide the figure into identical halves. Now, this way also you can draw a line of symmetry. So, for this figure, we can have four lines of symmetry. So, the last question, question D, there you have an octagon given there. So, for an octagon, how many lines of symmetry are possible? See, for a square, we got how many lines of symmetry? We got four lines of symmetry. Now, for an octagon, can you predict how many lines of symmetry will be there? See, for regular polygons in general, the number of lines of symmetry will be equal to n, where n is the number of sides of the regular polygon. Clear? So, for this octagon, you can draw 8 lines of symmetry. Hope you are done with that. So, let's see how we can draw the lines of symmetry for the octagon. See, we can draw a line of symmetry like this, one like this, one like this. When you draw it with the ruler, make sure you're drawing it in straight lines. Then we can have lines of symmetry passing through the middle of each of the side. Like that, you can proceed drawing the lines of symmetry. You will get a total of 8 lines of symmetry for the octagon. So remember, for regular polygons, the number of lines of symmetry will be equal to the number of sides of that regular polygon. I hope this is clear to you now. Now let's talk about symmetry in architecture. We can find symmetry in architecture all around the world. A lot of monuments around the world are perfect symmetrical structures, like the case of Taj Mahal. All of you know the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is considered as one of the most perfect symmetrical structures ever built in history. Let's see another example. See the Lotus Temple in Delhi. This is also another beautiful example of a perfect symmetrical structure. Now children, as a homework, you have to find out a few architectural wonders in India that are symmetrical, and you have to note down their names in your notebook. It's good if you can collect their pictures as well. Then also, you have to do a couple of questions, question number 2 and 3 of exercise 7.2. And that's all for today children. We'll meet in the next class with a new topic. Till then, bye.